So what is the part? Understanding first. This is Buddhism. Understanding first. Once you understand, all of these things you do will fall into place. It is not sacrifice that we do when we say live a simple life. It is renunciation. Giving up things because you understand 7 million cannot bring you happiness. It can bring you pleasure, but pleasure is not happiness. The less you have, the happier you are, because less can be taken away from you. And as I told you, the case of these 4 or 5 people who have given up their jobs, living on very little, they are far happier than all those people who have millions in their bank, but attached to it, wondering when it is going to be taken away. When the stocks will fall. You know, when CIMB, my wife went and put $30,000 in CIMB, China Bank, you know what? Now it's 12,000. Okay, given it away, should be happy. Anyway, okay, right. I must finish at 3 o'clock, right?
3 o'clock?
Okay,
It's okay.
10 minutes? 15 minutes?
No, it's the same. 12.
Oh, up to 12. Oh, okay. So you see, the cause leads to the effect. The craving, that's the source. Give up your craving. The moment you give up your craving, the effect is gone, the suffering is gone. You see, I want my youth, I want my health, I want my bank balance, I want my children, I want this, I want this, I want this. All craving. Let go. The moment you, through understanding, since you give me time, one more story. Now think of this, when you were 5 years old, alright, it was your birthday, and your father gives you a present for your birthday. You open up the present and joy of joy, what you always wanted, an Ultraman toy. And wow, this is my Ultraman. Then your mother comes along and says to you, be a good Buddhist. Give this toy to your brother. Why was he born? Never mind, he's going to become Christian better. Alright? Then he gives it away. That is sacrifice. Giving up something you don't want to give up. Why? Because you think this is real. Fast forward, 25th birthday, your wedding day, your father gives you a present. You open up, ultimate toy. And then your mother says, give it up. Will you have any problem giving this Ultraman toy to your brother at the age of 25? Of course not. What has happened? Same Ultraman toy, same you. But you have matured. Understanding. This is only a toy. This is nothing. This cannot bring me happiness. Can you, like Bill Gates, like now latest yesterday's newspaper, 100 Chinese millionaires are going to give away their wealth. Why? They understand. This can bring pleasure, cannot bring happiness. Okay? So that's renunciation. That's understanding. When you have the understanding, your thought follows. Giving up $1 million is no big deal. Because you know it cannot bring you anything. Alright? Understanding. Speech. How you speak depends on how you look at the world. May I be well and happy. May everybody be well and happy. When you're full of that, you see anything, anybody, you will treat them well. I read this story that the chief monk in Sri Lanka, about 100 years ago, his name was Saranangara also. He was a Sangha Raja of Sri Lanka. He had a dog, and you know he would never address the dog as a dog, but Mr. Dog. He calls the dog Mr. Dog, sir. That's how he speaks to the dog. Not like half a Our dog is also one kind, like you say, Mr. Dog. Okay? But when you see a dog as another being, your speech follows. Your action, he could never kick a dog. Yeah? Because when he calls it Mr. Dog, it's attitude. So, develop your understanding, develop your thought, develop your speech, develop your action. What kind of livelihood? Remember the case of these bank guys who give up that livelihood, and they're living a much happier livelihood. Alright? What livelihood? What effort? What mindfulness? What concentration? These 8 together is what you have to develop once you become a Buddhist. Okay? Next. Alright, there is it. Right view, right intention. This is understanding. This leads to right speech, right action, right livelihood. Alright? That leads to right effort, right concentration, right mindfulness. You see, control your body, control your mind. Control your body alone, not enough. Any monkey can be trained to do this. But it is your mind that needs to be trained. Once your mind is trained, this automatically follows. You don't need to cut out somebody's hand. But if you teach him not to be greedy, he won't steal. Cut the mind. Don't worry about the hand. Externally, so ideally, in Buddhism also, we don't believe that there is room for punishment. No punishment will change a person. Education will. A person who knows, who understands, will not do these things. It's those who don't understand that go around killing, stealing, and cheating and all that. Okay? So that's okay. Fundamental roadmap to human happiness. Okay? Right now. Yeah. Buddhism is neither pessimistic nor optimistic, but realistic. Yeah, these are our late teachers. Okay. Alright, Buddhism is an Indian religion. Let's dismiss that very quickly. No, we don't have his passport. Or we don't know what. He was born in India, yes. But he was born in India, he did not teach Indians alone. Alright? Neither is it a Chinese religion. Right? Buddhism has no national barriers. Okay? Buddhism. The Buddha said, don't look at me. The Buddha, you will notice here he's got a nice Indian face. You go somewhere else, he'll have a nice Chinese face. If you go to KCDA, Climb and Coast Buddhist Association, the one near the cemetery there, he looks like Charleston Heston. Okay? Because that statue was made in where was it? Italy. Why they have to go to Italy to make a Buddha statue, I don't know. Okay. There's one in the one outside looks like the Buddha is eating sour lime. Doesn't matter. It does not matter because that is not the Buddha said. Please don't look at this. When you look at this, don't look at a person. Look at my teaching. And what is the teaching? Control your body. Remember the Eightfold Path? Right speech, right action, right livelihood. External, sila. But not enough. You must control your mind. Yeah? Right effort, right concentration, right mindfulness. When you have developed your body, control your body, and you control your mind, your wisdom will appear. Your understanding and your thought. So, sila, samadhi, panya, eightfold path. Control your body, control your mind, wisdom arises. So this, we don't pray to this statue. This is teaching us how to conduct. So every time you see a Buddha image, you think of the eightfold path. Okay? So nothing to do with India. Well, May I started, Buddha's mission was about human beings. Not only human beings, by the way, the Buddha always talks about sabbe satta, all beings. As Buddhists, we cannot only